When a manufacturer applies to certify a new aircraft, a strict legal timer starts. Under federal regulations, Part 25 transport category airplanes get a 5-year window to prove they are safe. Almost every other type of aircraft gets exactly 3 years. Missing this deadline triggers a penalty known as rebasing. The timeline resets to 0, and the manufacturer must now comply with all the new, stricter safety amendments passed during the delay. Designing complex aviation technology takes time, and Joby Aviation's JAS 4-1 powered lift aircraft application exceeded that initial 3-year window. Because they missed the deadline, Joby had to negotiate a formal extension with the FAA, locking in a new certification basis effective June 14, 2022. They are racing toward a type certificate under Title 14, Part 21 of the Code of Federal Regulations. Without this approval, it is illegal to manufacture or operate a commercial aircraft in the United States. Aircraft certification is a high-stakes race against regulatory decay, where lost time instantly translates to massive redesign costs. The process begins with Phase 1, conceptual design, where the manufacturer and the FAA must agree on the fundamental category of the proposed aircraft. That agreement transitions directly into Phase 2, requirements definition, the most critical regulatory step where the certification basis is forged. Standard aircraft, like a small airplane certified under Part 23 or a commercial jet under Part 25, pull their safety requirements from existing, highly uniform federal rulebooks. But modern aviation regularly introduces novel technologies that those standard rulebooks never anticipated. This slide from an FAA symposium reveals the regulatory solution, Section 21.17b. It allows the FAA to designate non-conventional aircraft as a special class. They piece together relevant criteria from standard parts while drafting unique special conditions for entirely new features. The certification basis becomes the definitive architectural blueprint. If an engineering parameter isn't codified here, it holds no legal weight in proving the aircraft's safety. Next comes Phase 3, compliance planning. Here, the manufacturer must declare exactly how they intend to prove each rule listed in their certification basis. This declaration is called the means of compliance. The company must decide if they'll use a computer analysis, a physical inspection, or a specific ground test. Then in Phase 4, implementation, the theoretical rulebook is violently subjected to physical reality. This rigorous implementation phase requires exhaustive engineering analyses, pushing structural stress limits, and executing massive physical ground tests. The culmination of Phase 4 is flight test telemetry, gathering raw aerodynamic data to verify the prior mathematical assumptions. Flawless engineering is meaningless on its own. An aircraft is only deemed safe when the physical telemetry perfectly satisfies the exact means of compliance locked in during Phase 3. Finally, we enter Phase 5, certification. By this point, all engineering evidence and flight data has been compiled and submitted for federal review. The FAA conducts rigorous conformity inspections of the built prototypes, an oversight step authorized under a formal Type Inspection Authorization, or TIA. If the prototypes pass, the FAA officially issues the type certificate, legally validating the aircraft's design. Zooming out to the program level, this reveals why early alignment on the certification basis is critical. A misunderstanding in Phase 2 routinely causes catastrophic manufacturing rework, measured in years and millions of dollars. And a certification basis isn't permanently locked forever. The Boeing 737 MAX demonstrates how a certification basis can be aggressively revisited and amended following an accident, heavily impacting the program long after the aircraft enters service. The type certificate represents a multi-year, mathematically rigorous process that translates federal law into the definitive proof of airworthiness.